waiting for you. Philip Morris presents the nation's #1 fun game, Truth or Consequences, starring Ralph Edwards. We dare them all. We dare them all. In a few minutes, you will hear and see the most dramatic challenge in cigarette history. A challenge by Philip Morris to any other cigarette in America. And now, here is our Philip Morris cut-up, America's warm-hearted prankster, Ralph Edwards.
Hello, everyone. Yes, it's Truth or Consequences for Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette. Thank you. And now, pull up a chair, pull out a Philip Morris, and let's have our first two contestants of the evening. Come on, fellas.
Two of them. Oh, yes. We sent these gentlemen out to be dressed up when we chose them out of our warm-up just a little while ago. Hi, fellas. How do you do? Hello.
How do you do?
What are you so sad about? Huh? Hello. What is your occupation, sir?
Well, I'm a student right now, but I've been teaching. But I could handle these things, too, I believe. I've done quite a bit of painting and...
Good. I'd like to shake your hands. I tell you, I haven't seen a smile that is so authentic and wonderful in a long time, unless it's yours. Your name again, please.
Tom McDaniel.
Mr. McDaniel, your name?
Bob Scott.
Mr. Scott. Mr. McDaniel.
Hi,
Dan
Scott.
How are you? He's a swiley, all right. Well, what did you teach, Mr. Scott?
Public speaking.
Where are you from?
Reno, Nevada.
You taught public speaking. I'll put the lower here now. You taught public speaking at Reno?
Well, there in Arizona.
What did you say? Number 2 coming out, number 4, number 3 on the line, craps.
That's as good as anything.
Good. All right, fellas, we're going to have a little question for you, mister. We'll have a little consequence, okay?
Yes.
Okay, here's the one I want you fellas to have. Listen, why has there never been a woman president? Mr. Scott, Mr. McDaniel, why has there never been a woman president?
More men than women in the country.
I don't know. I guess you never had a chance.
No, because the president has to be over 35 years old. All right, now, you haven't told the truth, so you must pay the consequences, Mr. Scott and Mr. McDaniel. All right, now, fellas, we want you to do some wallpapering for tonight. You see, that's your consequence. So, here is a bucket full of paste, one apiece. Thank you, Mr. Pascal. Here are 2 brushes. Thank you, Mr. Gottlieb. And here are 2 rolls of wallpaper. Thank you, Mr. Roll. All right, there you are. Just put one under each arm, one under the other. All right, now, if we just had a couple of walls for you to paint, wouldn't that be swell? Let's have the walls. Up big. Isn't that beautiful? You get on that side. You get on that side. Now, boy, I forgot this little part of the consequence. Come here, fellas. Come right here just a second. Put down the bucket full of paste. That's it. What'd you say?
Slick 'em.
Oh, thank you. My name's Edwards, and I want to tell you it's been wonderful being here these few minutes with you. Now, you know how short-handed the wallpaper contractors are these years, don't you? All right, so to make up for that, we'll tie your left hand behind you. You'll be a little short-handed, too, you see? That's it. Hold this just a minute. Better hold this under this arm. Which is your left arm? That's your left arm. You hold this for a minute. Now, where's your brush? Where's your brush?
You got it.
Oh, well, put it in your mouth. There we go. Tell me, what do you take out there at San Diego State?
Accounting.
Accounting. Oh, that's good. You enjoy your class and everything?
I think so.
Good. You need a shave there. All right. You put yours in
Give
there,
me a
too.
razor.
What?
Give me a razor.
Huh?
A razor.
Oh, that's good. What he said is true. Everything is good. All right, here's your pot of paste. Now, be careful. It's very, very heavy. Now, let's give Mr. Scott. You're a wonderful fellow, Mr. Scott, and Mr. McDaniel, and I hope you're going to be wonderful wallpapers. Go in there. Go to work. The one who wallpapers his floor, his wall, flat outside. Now I got him on the floor. He's going to win a big prize. On your mark. Get set. Go. Wait a minute. Be careful. Be careful. Get up there. Attaboy. Hurry. Hurry. Just go on up. Let the wallpaper get up there. All right, now. Come on, Mr. Scott. I'm rooting on you, kid. That's it. Oh, there goes the wallpaper. Come on, Mr. McDaniel. What are you doing up there, Mr. Scott? He's eating the brush, I think, you know. There we go. Oh, you got to go back down for it. Well, we'll just have to look in on them from time to time during the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, let's get off with Truth or Consequences. We have our next contestant, Argentine.
What is your name?
Lee.
Sergeant Lee, it's a pleasure to know you, sir. Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
What's your first name?
Henry.
Whereabouts in Georgia, sir?
Augusta.
Good. Now, why, you look like you've been around a little bit here, fella. Where did you come in from?
I came in from Japan.
What's your wife's name?
Maggie.
Now, I'll tell you what. If you miss your consequence, doggone, we may get on that phone and change the act that we had in mind for you and see maybe you can get a call into her. What song title expresses a termite's nightmare? Truth or consequences? What song title expresses a termite's nightmare? Truth or consequences?
Woody Woodpecker.
I dreamed I dwelt in marble halls. All right. Now, we want you to get on the telephone here and call your wife. You gave the number to the operator back there.
Yes.
All right, you come on, sit down here, and get the... Oh, I tell you what, just one little thing. Would you mind doing one other little thing, as long as you're here?
Try.
While you're talking to your wife, we want you to tell her that you're seated out here in California with a beautiful blonde on your lap, just thinking of her. Will you do that?
She might believe it.
Well, she better believe it, because it's going to be a real blonde. Only it's going to be just a little baby blonde.
Oh, well, that's...
Just a little old, 2-year-old baby blonde. Is that all right?
Yes.
Now, you go out and help the operator get the call through. And when it is, have the call put back here on stage, will you, so that we can hear it? We'll have the fun. Okay, Sergeant Lee, go right on out there. There we go. All right. Now, in the meantime, we'll go on with Truth or Consequences. Gee, I hope your wife's a good sport, because she isn't going to be in the grass side of the happen. That's why it's going. This is America's finest thing of Philip Morris. He's gone. He can't hear. Ooh, what's going to happen to him? Now, he's going to be seated here making the call to his wife, and he's going to tell her that he has a beautiful blonde on his lap, and it will be a baby. But, ladies and gentlemen, the baby will be his own little 2-year-old baby girl, little Patsy, who has been flown out here by Philip Morris on a TWA Transworld Airlines Constellation with her mother, Henry's wife, to be here at this reunion here tonight. And here they come, Mrs. Lee and little Patsy. Oh, boy, I'm telling you, the sergeant's really got reason to hurry home with this lovely little girl and this lovely mother. How are you, Mrs. Lee?
Fine.
Now, what is your first name?
Maggie.
Hi, Patsy. My, you're a beautiful girl. How are you, huh? That's good. Just like my 3 little kids talk to me, too. Listen, did you have a nice trip out on the airplane, honey? Well, you did? Good. What'd you do with that candy? You got any more candy? It's all gone. We'll get some more right after we play this little game, all right? We'll play a little game with Mommy, and then we'll get some more, okay? All right. You think Patsy will mind staying with me for a few minutes? Come on, honey.
Well, you take the chances.
Oh, I'll take the chances. My goodness, I have 3 little consequences at home. Hello, sweetie. We'll have some fun, won't we? All right, Mommy, you run... Oh, her bonnet, just to sort of shield her in case that he might recognize her. I don't think he will. It's been almost a year. Now, you run on in there, and only be a second. Are we all set to go? All right. Bring in the sergeant. Okay. Honey, I'm going to put this pretty little hat on you. Oh, that's pretty. Where did you get that lovely hat? Where did you get that lovely hat? Little blondie, where did you get that lovely hat? Whisper in my ear. Whisper. Oh, didn't get... How do you do? All right, just sit down there. Now, Sergeant, pick up the phone and start talking. Now, here is a little blonde friend of a girl, of a friend of mine. You just hold on to her. Now, get your wife on the phone. Her name is Blondie, by the way. You just call her Blondie. Okay, right on the phone here, fella, and start talking. That's the stuff.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, honey, how are you? What you doing?
Oh, you'd be surprised, darling. I'm sitting here with a beautiful little blonde on my lap right now.
Yes.
Out in Hollywood. I'm just thinking about you.
You better not be, young fellow.
What?
You better not be, young fellow.
Why, of course we are. You should see this little blonde I have here. Sweetest little thing you ever saw.
Quit kidding. Where are you?
That's right. From Hollywood.
Why don't you be serious? When are we going to see you?
What?
What'd you say?
When are we going to see you?
Oh, pretty soon. Maybe, well, after we get through doing the town here.
What's the name of the blonde?
Blondie.
Well, all I can say is you better be kidding.
Is she getting... Is she beginning to boil over? All right, you better, before she completely boils over, you better tell her that the blonde is a baby and that this is Truth or Consequences, the Philip Morris program.
Hello.
Hello?
We were just kidding you, darling. The blonde is a little girl.
Yeah.
And this is a Truth or Consequences program.
You tell her to hang on just a minute. You'll talk to her backstage, and I'll take little Blondie here so that you can go back and keep talking to your wife on the phone back there. Thanks a lot. I'll give the little baby back to her mother. Tell her you'll talk to her in just a minute.
Be back on the line with you in just a moment.
Yes. All right. Now, we'll give her back to her mother. Would you like to meet the mother, by the way?
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you bring out the mother? I want the people to see it, too. Where is the mother? Mother. Oh, here she is. Hey, what's going on here, Sarge? Now, Philip Morris has arranged this meeting, has flown Mrs. Lee out here and Patsy so that you could get together, have fun in Hollywood at Philip Morris's expense, and your leave begins right away, fella. It's all fixed up with the Army, so take it away. It's all yours. Thanks and happy consequences, Sarge. So long.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to our roving reporter, Bud Collier, for another dramatic Philip Morris interview somewhere in the USA.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, this is the home of the famous Cleveland Indians. Their City Hall. That impressive building is the Cleveland Public Auditorium. Now you're approaching one of the busiest spots in town. For here, right next to the famous Terminal Tower, is the hustling, bustling, crowded public square. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, right next to the Hotel Cleveland, standing in front of the Terminal Tower building, facing the public square. My assistant has been trying to locate someone, not a Philip Morris smoker, and we finally found one. She's right over here. Would you step forward, please? How do you do? I'm Bud Collier. May I have your name, please?
Pam Johnson.
Pam, where are you from?
Cleveland.
Have you ever met me before?
No, I have not, Mr. Collier.
You see, Pam, you will be seen and heard by millions of television viewers, and I merely want to establish that anything you may say will be entirely your own words and your own opinions. Now, I understand that you are not a Philip Morris smoker.
That is correct.
Would you try a very simple test?
I'd be happy to.
Okay. First, let me give you a Philip Morris cigarette. Then I'm going to give you a light. Ask you to take a puff. Do not inhale, and slowly let the smoke out through your nose. All right, now I want you to do exactly the same thing with your own cigarette, if you will, please. Do you have one? All right, let me give you a light. I notice that's also one of the leading brands. Take a puff, do not inhale, and slowly let the smoke out through your nose. Take another puff. I think you inhaled that. Take a puff and do not inhale. Slowly let the smoke out through your nose. All right, Pam, now you tried the test with the Philip Morris, and you tried it with your own cigarette. Now, please tell me frankly, and remember, I want your honest reactions. What difference did you notice between the two cigarettes?
Well, the Philip Morris seemed less irritating, and I'd say a little bit milder than the brand I've been using.
You found the Philip Morris milder and less irritating than the brand that you've been using, right?
That's right.
Well, in other words, Pam, on the basis of this test, did you prove to yourself that Philip Morris is definitely less irritating, definitely milder?
Yes, I did, Mr. Collier.
One more question, Pam. Are you connected in any way, or do you know anyone at the Philip Morris Company?
No, I do not.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen an actual test performed with an actual smoker, completely unrehearsed. Is that correct, Pam?
Yes, it is, Mr. Collier.
Now suppose you and I both light up and enjoy a Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette.
Remember this. These tests are entirely voluntary, and no promise of any kind, no payment whatsoever is made for any statement in the interviews. Yes, there's proof, overwhelming proof, of Philip Morris superiority. You may have seen this test, have been wanting to try it. To you we say, don't delay another day. Try the Philip Morris nose test. And remember, no cigarette hangover means more smoking pleasure. That's why, with all confidence, Philip Morris and only Philip Morris can say, we dare them all. Yes, Philip Morris challenges any other cigarette to suggest this test. The one test that lets you, and you alone, prove to yourself that Philip Morris is indeed America's finest cigarette.
Call for Philip Morris. Call for Philip Morris.
contestant, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds like they're having a rough time back here with the wallpaper hangers. Open up, let's see what's going on. See how you're making. Oh! Get a load of the public speaking teacher out there. Reno was never like this. How you doing, Mr. McDaniel? Look, you're not supposed to eat the paste, you know. Just put it on. All right, we'll look in on you again. Close them up, boys. I can't bear the sight. Oh, man.
Now let's see how our contestant of 3 weeks ago is doing. Knitting a sweater for Herman the Elephant. Here's Mrs. Jarvis, and here's Herman the Elephant. How you doing, Herman? Oh, fine. Well, Mrs. Jarvis, get up here and let's see how much you've got done. Oh, you have quite a bit done there.
Oh, yes.
My heavens.
I've been working hard anyway.
You sure have. Well, it's going to take a lot to pull the wool over this guy's eyes,
It
huh?
certainly is.
All right.
It's really bigger than I thought.
It's a big job, but we'll see you next week, eh?
All right.
You're doing fine here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, Herman. Good night. Next week we'll find out how Mrs. Jarvis is doing again. All right, now let's have our next contestant, if you please. Oh, having fun here in the Philip Morris Fun Room tonight. How do you do, sir? How are you? What is your name? Mr. Allen, where are you from?
Torrance, California.
Yes, sir. Where before that?
Oklahoma.
How are things in
Kansas.
In Kansas?
And Indiana.
What were you, a commuter?
No, we're just traveling around.
What was your occupation?
I'm a restaurant man.
Mr. Allen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, do you have the Allen restaurants?
No.
I never heard of one, but I mean...
One of them.
Sir?
I have one
You do? Where?
down in Torrance.
Torrance, of course. Okay, Allen's Torrance or Torrance Allen's restaurant?
Allen's in Torrance.
Allen's?
In Torrance.
Now, is it an inn or a restaurant that you're...
It's Allen's Restaurant in Torrance.
Well, why do you call it Allen's Inn, then?
Allen's Restaurant.
Come clean here, kid. Now, don't try to get away with the thing. Is it Allen's Inn or Allen's Inn? What is it?
Allen's. Allen's.
Allen's, that's it. Okay, sir. Mr. Allen, you're a wonderful fellow, and we're mighty happy to hear you up here this evening. Thank you, sir. Now, a little question, and we'll have a little consequence if you miss it, okay? What are people called who have strangers for dinner? Truth or consequences? Now, no snitching in the audience. What are people called who have strangers for dinner? No snitching.
Strangers for dinner.
Yes. Cannibals. You haven't told the truth, Mr. Allen, so you must pay the consequences. We want you to go out into the street there and find the first woman you can who's passing by and tell her that you are Ralph Edwards. Will you do that?
Sure.
All right. Now, if you can do that and get away with it, Philip Morris will give you $100 in cash. So you'll put it on strong, won't you?
Sure. Does she have to be good looking?
No, it doesn't.
Just any kind of woman.
Just any kind of a woman.
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
You understood the consequence, didn't you?
Yes.
All right. Now, we'll send some fellows out on Sunset, other fellows out on El Centro, and you can go out on Harold Way here and look for a lady. Come on back. Now, I'll tell you what. I will be behind the curtain there, speaking into a microphone. We'll put earphones on you, and I'll be directing you all through it, see? Mm-hmm. But you pretend you're Ralph Edwards, you know, and get in there like a master of ceremonies. Will you do that?
Right.
Let's hear you say, hello there, you haven't told the truth, so you must pay the consequences.
Hello there. You haven't told the truth yet.
You can have the job right now. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. I'll be behind the screen. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, listen, is he gone? He's going out onto Harold Way, but there's very little traffic, no pedestrian traffic at night on Harold Way, so that'll give us time to fix a little gag on good Mr. Allen here. Because the lady he's going to find and convince that he is Ralph Edwards won't be a lady at all. It'll be little old me. That's who it'll be. Come on, boys, help me change. Here you go. Take it away. I put on stockings beforehand. I don't normally wear those kinds of stockings. See? Oh, I never felt so under... All right, now. Oh, what we girls have to go through with, huh, kids? All right. Now we go right into here. That's it. Oh, I got my... Oh, there we are. All right. Now, that's it. He's out there, you see. That's it. Tuck me in. That's the stuff. Now, zip her. How many are on there now? All right. All right. Now, let's see. How are we doing here? Okay? Oh, my. You know, those before and after pictures, I feel like the one labeled not yet. Thank you very much. Okay. I need some gloves, too, Al. Where'd everybody go? Where's everybody? I didn't know you. Oh, I thought you. All right. Now, here are the gloves. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go down here into the audience with Al Pascal. He'll pretend. I got it on the wrong hand. Oh, no, I got the wrong hand in the right glove. We'll pretend that he's just found me out here on Sunset Boulevard. You see? Now, this business about being... Give me a coat, Al. Am I all there? Is this all you got to put on? I won't be behind there at all. That'll be a recording of my voice, ladies. Where are you all? Oh, there you are! Don't leave me, will you? This will be a recording of my voice, and it'll come in to the earphones on Mr. Allen's ears, you see, and he'll think I'm back there, but actually I'll be down there. I'll call myself Mrs. Morris, or Philip, you know. All right. Now, we're all set to go. Oh, by the way, I'll be feeding him the consequence, too, over the earphones through the record, and the consequence will be to dance a samba with me. It'll end up a wrestling match, probably, before we're through. All right, now we go down to the audience to get him on in here. Now, be careful. Don't bring him in yet. Don't worry. Oh, dear, I don't know. I'm going to make it hot. Right here.
I truly believe that this... I've never been on...
No, it's true to come. What's your step?
Welcome to Truth or Consequences. I'm Ralph Edwards. How are you? Fine. And what are you doing here? I just was out in the... Are you Ralph Edwards? I'm Ralph Edwards. Oh, And what is your name? I'm Mrs. Morris. Mrs. Morris. And what is your husband's name? Mr. Morris. Give me a question for this lady lovely, please. Give me a question for this lovely lady, please. I'm sorry, I missed the question. Well, when is it correct to say... I didn't understand what you said. Well, when is it correct to say I is? Yeah, I heard you were a devil, and I just don't understand. Now, when is it correct to say I is? I thought you were much bolder and taller. Oh, I've got a little hair left yet. Oh, you lucky fellow. Now, listen, when is it correct to say I is? Well, it sounds like very bad grammar. I don't know. The answer? I in the ninth letter of the alphabet. That's very understandable. It is. Are you working? What is the... I'm a housewife and I'm outside, and I just thought I'd... Are you married? Well, little lady, if this is an invitation, I am not... Well, little lady, you haven't told the truth yet. Yes. So you'll have to... You're not going to put me in jail. No. You'll have to pay the consequences. Is he? What? You'll have to pay the consequences because you haven't told the truth. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I have just... Say, do you dance? Wondered. Do you dance? No, I don't. I don't really do that. You have to pay the consequences, so you must dance a sambo. I danced in my time. Well, do you dance a sambo? Can you dance a sambo? I remember in high school I did a sort of a ballet. You'll have to dance a sambo with me. Now, do you dance a sambo? Sambo? Sambo. What's the embryo? I don't believe you're Ralph Edwards. You're Ralph Edwards.
You know why I don't believe? You know why I don't believe you are Ralph Edwards? Why not? Because I'm Ralph Edwards myself. You don't look at him. Brother. You're going to fool me. Hey, you're not a bad dancer, kid, you know. Holy smoke. Well, Mr. Allen, believe me, you deserve the $100. Philip Morris is happy to give it to you, and also happy to give you a carton of Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette.
Thank you.
Thanks a whole lot. Let's give him a big hand. He gave me back one of my shoes. Isn't that terrific? Well, this is a very dignified, high-class type of program that we're having here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment, we're going to take 3 people to address you again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's check in on our paper hanger, shall we? We got to check in on our paper hangers to see how things are going. Come to the front of the line, boy. Let's go get this over. Come out here, Mr. Scott. Stay right here, Mr. Scott, right over here, because you get it off. Mr. Scott, for having eaten the most wallpaper paste tonight, why, don't worry, it's just molasses and whipped cream. You receive a Westinghouse television set. And Mr. Mackenzie for... McDaniel, yes, of course, you look like a different guy with that on you, see? For having put more wallpaper on your nose than Mr. Scott, why, you receive a Westinghouse Deluxe refrigerator. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. And, of course, you boys, come over here. Johnny has for you cartons of Philip Morris cigarettes, America's finest cigarettes. I'll hold them for you right here. You come back and get them right after that. Thanks a lot. Happy consequences. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We'll be back again next week at the same time with our Philip Morris program. What have I got? The little baby bonnet yet? Oh, wasn't that terrific? Patsy was such a cute little gal. We'll be back next week on television here over CBS, and don't forget on Tuesday nights over the radio with Truth or Consequences. All for Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette. Good night to you all. Good night, everybody.
Remember, no cigarette hangover means more smoking pleasure. Yes, for America's finest cigarette.
Well, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot for playing Truth or Consequences with us. We hope you'll be back next Thursday night on CBS television and also Tuesday nights on CBS radio for Truth or Consequences, all for Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette.
Listen to Truth or Consequences on your CBS radio station every Tuesday night for Ralph Edwards in a completely different show. And next Thursday night, the nation's #1 television fun game again, Truth or Consequences, starring Ralph Edwards, presented by Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette.